like to call this meeting to order. Please stand and salute the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing.
Here, Mrs. Eldridge, here.
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 Here. Okay, I'd like to welcome everybody to tonight's meeting. This is our voting meeting for November. Everything to be voted on tonight was discussed at last Wednesday's work session, so the meeting will go fairly quickly as we will be doing mainly just voting. Recognition of meetings, October 9th, 7 to 7:17 regular board meeting, 7 to 7:43 work session, 7:45 to 7:50 executive session for confidential student matter. Presentations, we have Pride and Promises tonight. Did I just mention?
Yeah, I want to mention that tonight. So with the hurricane situation in Western Carolina, Mrs. Jacobs and Mrs. Bintram led an effort to pack a van in coordination, I believe, with Ben Franklin and a church group, if I'm accurate. And we just feel like we should reward that type of initiative and community service amongst our staff members. That was of their own volition, of their own initiative, and we're very proud that we have caring faculty members like Mrs. Jacobs and like Mrs. Bintram. Administration, anything to add on that?
No, they just apologized. They couldn't, neither one of them could make it tonight, so we presented their certificates the other day, took the picture, and it'll be up on the wall here in the near future. So same thing that Mr. Rich said. It was everything on their own, you know, and they led the drive here, took everything over there, and they drove it down. So.
Very good. Any questions on Pride Promises? I was just looking at the treasurer's report, and none of my committee members is here, so I guess I will take the treasurer's report.
Minutes?
Oh, okay. Approve the minutes from the October 9th, 2024 regular meeting of the board. Motion by Mr. Coos, second by Mrs. Eldridge. Any discussion on the motion? Any negative votes? Any abstentions? All in favor? Motion carries. Now we're going to move on to the treasurer's report. Recommend.
Let the minutes reflect that Mr. Hill is now present as of 7:03. Thank you, Seth.
Recommendation to the superintendent of the board to approve the treasurer's report as of October 31st as read. Motion by Mr. Coos, second by Mrs. Brest. Any discussion on the motion? Any negative votes? Any abstentions? Motion carries. The investment report is a recommendation to the superintendent to approve the attached investment report for October 2024. Motion by Mr. Guth, second by Mrs. Sinceri. Any discussion on the motion? Any negative votes? Any abstentions? In favor?
Aye.
And recommendation of the superintendent of the board to approve the general fund bill listings for November 13th, 2024, in the amount of $34,359.56, and checks written manually in the month of October 2024 in the amount of $751,614.93, a total of $85,974.49.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Coon, second by Mrs. Prest. Any discussion on the motion? Any negative votes? Any abstentions? All in favor? And the list of food service fund bills for November 13th, 2024, the amount of $52,201.88. Motion by Mrs. Prest, second by Mr. Coon. Any discussion on the motion? Any negative votes? Any abstentions? All in favor? Board personnel, Mrs. Sinceri.
It is the recommendation of the superintendent to the board to approve letter A, retirements, resignations. B, the junior high and middle school volleyball coach. C, girls assistant basketball coach. D, stage manager for the musical. E, assistant choral director for the musical. F, musical orchestra director as listed. I'm gonna stop at G because I'm going to M, or do some. G, musical piano accompanist as listed. H, musical choir director as listed. I, band manager. J, elementary detention supervisor as listed. K, school police officers. L, professional development workshops, seminars, and M, additions to the volunteer and non-instructional substitute listing for the 2024-25 school year. Put that in the form of a motion.
Motion by Mrs. Sinceri, second by Mr. Kuth. Any negative votes? Any abstentions? All in favor?
Aye.
And we do have our new police officer with us tonight. So
I do.
I'd like to welcome her.
Yep.
Welcome home.
Hi, I'm Bobby Jo Walker. Nice to meet everybody.
Nice
Nice to meet you.
Does anybody?
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, and Bobby Joe did serve in the nursery capacity when we had Hickory prior to our service. She is a Laurel graduate, so welcome home.
Yeah.
And I know
Thank
you'll do a
you.
great job for us.
Oh, yeah, it's nice to be back.
Item 10, board action items, committee of the whole. Item 1, policy, second reading. Policy 800.1, electronic records and signatures. Item B, IDEA agreements with Midwestern Intermediate Unit for 24-25 school year. Item C, service purchase contract with Newcastle School District. Item D is we're going to table that, it's not quite ready. E, financial assistant, 8th grade Gettysburg trip. Item F, field trip, student activity trips. I guess that's it. I threw that. Motion by Mr. Coots, second by Mrs. Eldridge. Any discussion on the motion? Negative votes? Any abstentions? All in favor? Motion carries. Any questions from the floor relative to non-agenda items? Nobody online, Mr.
No, we're good.
Okay. Any new business to come forward for this evening? If not, I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
I was waiting for Dave.
Motion by Mr. Coos, second by Mrs. Sinceri. Any discussion? Negative votes? All in favor? Thank you. Motion.
Yeah.